8:20. As long as 4 buses end to end, as heavy as 14 African elephants. The Titanosaur was the largest animal to ever walk the earth, at least some scientists believe that. Just how tall was it though? That is one of the questions that paleontologists have been asking since a shepherd spotted a giant fossil bone sticking out of a rock in the Argentinian desert. And it's the subject of Sir David Attenborough's latest Sunday night BBC One extravaganza.
Before long, the whole team of fossil hunting scientists arrives and starts work. The thigh bone proves to be 8 feet, 2.4 meters long. It's preserved in extraordinary detail, and detail will be critical to the forensic examination that will follow.
The Titanosaur was unfortunately unable to join us on the programme today, but Sir David Attenborough, I'm delighted to say, has. Good morning to you, Sir David. It's not not so much a whodunit this when you talk about forensic, is it? But a what was it? How big a operation is it to get from a bone or bones to having a really clear picture of what it was that originally contained all these bones?
Well, of course, the more bones you can get, the better. But it's surprising how much information you can get from just one bone. I mean, for example, that thigh bone, which I've just mentioned, 8 feet or so long, if you measure the circumference of that, you will be able to say how much weight that could have carried, because you know what a strength of bone is. So the estimate of weight is really pretty accurate, and the thought is that this is something around over 70 tons weight. How long it was depends on whether you think that they held its neck out horizontally or vertically. If it held it out horizontally, well, then it would be about half as big again as the Diplodocus, which is the dinosaur that's in the hall of the Natural History Museum. It would be absolutely huge.
And how tall, if we do all the dimensions?
Well, that is again the question of how it holds its neck, and it could have certainly reached up about the size of a 4- or 5-story building.
Now, it's being described as the biggest dinosaur ever, but not all scientists agree with that, do they?
Not all scientists
agree with the idea that this was the biggest dinosaur ever.
I'm surprised to hear that, because the official paper with the statistics and the pictures and so on has not yet been published.
Okay, fair enough. I heard some saying that they thought the Argentinosaurus was bigger. But well, moving on, the film.
Argentinosaurus is the present record holder, if that's what I want to call it. Now, that is based actually on 12 bones. The dinosaur we're talking about is based on over 220 bones. So we have much more details and can be much surer about this new dinosaur. And in all respects, as far as we can see, in terms of the bone circumference and so on, we know that it's bigger than the current record holder.
So the documentary you've done is about the way in which scientists get from a bone, or many bones in this case, to the final picture, is it?
Yes, it's about digging them up, which we also look at, and examining the various questions that arise from the bones that we have, the 220 odd, as to what sort of animal it was, and why they died in the place where they did, because they're bones actually from 7 individuals from this particular species.
Yeah. So how much science is there in this, and how much is there some very well-informed guesswork?
Oh, well, of course, but with the more bones you have, the less guesswork you have. And as I say, Argentinosaurus is about a dozen bones, and this new one is something over 200.
Well, it should be very exciting. We look forward to watching that. That's on Sunday the 24th of January, and indeed, don't have to wait till then. You can see pictures of it on our Twitter feed at the moment.